Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into a really mind-bending theory that might just explain one of the weirdest things we all experience, our sense of time.
I mean, you've felt this, right? A great vacation is over in what feels like a blink, but just 2 minutes waiting for the microwave can feel like an absolute eternity. It's a feeling everyone knows, and it turns out there might be a real scientific reason behind it.
So, to get to the bottom of this mystery, we're going to look at a pretty cool idea from a field you may not have heard of called informational physics. It's a totally fresh way of looking at the universe that puts information at the heart of, well, everything.
And that leads us to the main event for today, the dual-time identity theorem. Now get this, the theory basically says that every single one of us, every identity, is living through two completely different versions of time at the exact same moment. This idea comes to us from the work of Kevin L. Brown. He's an independent researcher, inventor, and author, and he describes this concept as the intuitive structure of the theorem. It's a really powerful way to start thinking about what time actually is.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Two types of time happening at once? It sounds a little bit like science fiction, doesn't it? But let's break down what that really means, because it's probably more familiar than you realize.
The theorem really just splits time into two camps. On one side, you have your clock, which is called local time. Just think of this as your personal, subjective experience of time. It's informational. On the other side, you've got the clock, or global time. This is the universe's shared pulse, the objective time that a physical clock measures. The theory says they're both real, and they're both happening to you right now. And this is a brilliant way to picture it. Think about a symphony orchestra. Every single musician has their own internal feeling for the music, their own rhythm, right? That's their local time. But for the whole thing to work, they all have to follow the conductor's single tempo. That's global time. And our shared reality? Well, according to this theory, it's the beautiful coordinated performance that comes out of it.
So, you might be thinking, okay, so it's probably an even split, right? Half my time, half the universe's time. But here's where it gets really wild. The theory suggests it's not even close. Our experience of time is overwhelmingly our own.
Just look at this. The theorem actually calculates that a whopping 89.1% of your experience of time is unique to you. That's your local time. Only about 10.9% is that shared universal time we all sync up with. That means the vast majority of your reality of time is yours and yours alone.
All right, so this is where this theory gets really practical and starts making sense of our lives. How does it explain those really strange feelings we get about time, especially when we're scared or under a lot of stress?
Well, here's how it's supposed to work. When something stressful happens, your brain kicks into overdrive. The theory says this messes with your internal, local information flow. It slows down, or it breaks apart. But while your personal clock is going haywire, the global clock of the universe just keeps on ticking, steady as ever. And that mismatch? It totally scrambles the timestamps in your memory, creating that classic slow-motion feeling people talk about in accidents.
And this brings us right back to where we started. Your mind's clock is measuring informational time. When you're having a blast, you're processing tons of great new information, so your local time speeds up, and time flies. When you're bored stiff, there's no new information coming in, so your local clock just slows to a crawl. And all the while, that clock on the wall, measuring thermodynamic time, just keeps on ticking at the same constant rate. So here it is, the big aha moment. You're feeling that time is rushing by, and the steady tick of a clock on the wall, they aren't contradicting each other. The theory says they are both completely, 100% real. They're just measuring two different but equally valid things.
So let's just quickly recap the big ideas here. You're experiencing two kinds of time right now, your own and the universe's. They happen simultaneously. And remember, your experience is mostly your own. Our shared reality is like that orchestra, a coordinated rhythm. And all this points to a fundamental idea, that time is really just the pace at which information changes.
And listen, this is really important. This isn't just a cool philosophical idea or a nice metaphor. The dual-time identity theorem is being proposed as a testable physical reality. The author thinks it could actually be a way to connect different fields of science, from thermodynamics to quantum mechanics, all through the lens of information. It's a huge claim with potentially massive implications. Which kind of leaves us with one final, big thought to ponder. If we're all musicians in this cosmic orchestra, each with our own unique rhythm, but we're all following the same conductor, that one global time,
what does that say about the music we're all making together?